Invested deeply. Perhaps you're not in deep enough. Maybe you're thinking about getting started. WallStreetWindows.com. Michael Swanson, the brilliant author of The War State, understood these trends professionally for many years, and now he gives you the benefit of his knowledge. WallStreetWindow.com. Go there now. Go there now. Go there now.
The views expressed by callers, co-hosts, or anyone else who happens to get on the air at Ocelli.com do not necessarily reflect the views of Ocelli.com or Chuck Ocelli, and we are not responsible for any stupidity which might ensue. Thank you.
In Denial, Secret Wars with Airstrikes and Tanks by Larry Hancock. Secret wars became a staple of U.S. covert operations and are still happening today. Larry Hancock's book, In Denial, rips the cover off many of them. Using new files, it exposes things about the Bay of Pigs that no one has ever written about before. It shows why it really failed and why the United States did not learn from it. Secret wars became a staple of U.S. covert operations and are still happening today. It also shows why other countries today are doing secret operations with more success. This is the book that puts what some want to deny into the light. In Denial, Secret Wars with Airstrikes and Tanks. Larry Hancock. For more information, go to larry-hancock.com. Pick up your copy of In Denial at amazon.com in digital or physical form.
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, I'm interested in the truth about the JFK assassination.
Right, well, what do you want to know?
Judy Baker's wild claim, Oswald girlfriend, she knew Ruby and Barry, cancer weapons. Really?
I imagine I could claim I have 4 wheels. It doesn't make me a wagon, but okay.
Oswald was on the kill team and trying to prevent the murder of John Kennedy. Come on now, has a real expert on the JFK assassination looked into her claims?
Go to amazon.com, enter Judith Baker in her own words. You'll get results for a digital copy of a book where Walt Brown utilizes her own words and the known evidence in the case to get at, well, a different perspective, let's say. You can get Judith Barry Baker in her own words from the author himself, signed if you request it, by contacting Dr. Brown at KIASJFK@AOL.com. It's a fun book, and it actually dissects the many, many fantastic claims. Judith Barry Baker in her own words.
Thank you for all the great information.
This is Emergency Broadcast. Code Red, here we are. pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Broadcast. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Broadcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name's Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back on the air. This is a Friday night. Mm-hmm. I don't know what member.
251.
251 already?
Looks to be.
251, I guess.
We're back at it.
We're back at it again. I believe we have a guest on the line. Popped on the line here. I don't know what his name is.
We do. So we're live every Friday night, Ocelli.com.
Oh, give us a number out.
We can, you can call in to 319-527-5016 or come on the show through Skype. Yeah. Send a message to Charles.Ocelli. Send him a message and Chuck will bring you on. Or call 319-527-5016.
In fact, I believe it is on one of those lines.
Yeah, we should have a call on the line right now. So I guess we will go to this call. There it is.
It is.
All right.
Good evening, gentlemen. It's Nature Boy. How you doing?
Nature Boy! That's where you've been lately.
Man, I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time, brother. So we got done with the show, and you popped in my brain, and I thought, what a better time than tonight to call in and talk to Uncle.
Well, I've been waiting on some wrestlers to talk to. I needed some like that. I could have this night all night talking to you because I've been trying to find wrestlers on these guys to find some.
Do you happen to be a wrestler, Nature Boy?
Boy?
No, but I want to. I've been trying to get Mr. Ted DiBiase on Chuck's show. Everybody knows who he is. I'm Uncle. Who's Mr. Ted DiBiase?
Oh, yes. The Lawman.
$1 Million Man?
$1 Million Man.
Man.
Yeah, you remember the $1 Million Man, Uncle.
Yeah. $1 Million Man. Yeah, that's him.
This is not Nature Boy Ric Flair. I'm sorry, but this is Nature who produces for me on Wednesdays and also.
Wait a second. I'm talking to Nature Boy.
Yeah,
that is Nature Boy. Hello, Nature Boy.
But Nature Boy is this guy, Uncle.
I know. I've been talking to Nature Boy. I'm interfering.
Okay. I'll just kill the mic. You talk.
I'm talking to the Nature Boy.
You know how to talk to him, don't you, Uncle?
I know how to talk to a Nature Boy.
Okay, you show us how it's done.
Well, wrestling move is very easy. Tony's jumping up and down, knocking him down, hit the screen, going crazy, and put some sense in the head.
Yep.
That's how you work, right?
That's how Nature Boy does it, right?
Nature Boy?
That's what you do?
And I finish it off by climbing on the top of the ropes, putting my big arms out wide, leaping half across the mat, and smashing my opponent like a bug underneath my boot.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did that work? That just came off the top of my head, gentlemen. I don't know.
No, it's working good, Nature Boy. And
Boy,
we've got Ruckus among us in the Twitch chat. He's saying this guy has a sweet radio voice, talking about you, of course. So there you go. There's a compliment there. And the chat room's looking good tonight. We got creative accents in there. So thank you, everybody, for watching the live stream video. I'm fun with that.
Yeah, see, that's why I got him to do this voice, Uncle.
Ocelli.com.
That's him.
Oh.
So there you go. Yeah.
Well, this guy is very. He's like a wrestler. Sounds like one too.
Yeah, well, I see the similarity.
Yeah, it's similar to it because I can tell from a voice. You always can tell from a voice when you're listening to someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And the only thing I got to help him with is woo.
Well, got to practice on that a little. Must have a practice speed on that. You must know how to do that, but it's certain way he does that. Woo woo! That kind of woo wooing. That
Yeah, I need work. I need work. I noticed that.
That needs work on that. Yeah.
Well, maybe you can be my coach, Uncle.
Yeah. Okay.
The falling on the face thing is kind of tough to pull off too. Ric Flair would always do that. He'd like get hurt, right? And then his thing would be he'd just fall straight down on his face.
Did you ever see it actually live?
Oh, wrestling?
No. I'm asking
Nature Boy?
Nature Boy. Did you ever seen it actually live?
No, but I do have a friend who used to do the local stuff with the barbed wire around 2x4s and chairs and stuff like that.
I went. I went to one live, and man, you talk about having to watch that. It really is dumbfly. I mean, he goes down, plop, and it's spitting out. It's like spit, but actually isn't spit.
Yeah,
if you can believe that.
So I think Uncle Nature Boy is saying that his friend was into backyard wrestling. Is that right, or is it something more than that, Nature Boy?
No, it was a little bit. It was the kind of the next level up. It was local, regional, but it was that same style. And the weirdest thing is he was missing a tooth in front, right? And he was tough as nails, but he was the nicest guy you ever met in your life. I mean, smiles, how you doing, big hugs. How you doing, Tim? Oh, I'm doing great today. It's a beautiful day on the water.
So he live on a boat or something?
It sounds like it.
He used to work at an aquatic center on a lake up. That's where I met him. He was a boat driver up there and did all sorts of things. Scuba diving, if it involved water, killing rattlesnakes, things like that. He was the man. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that's cool.
You know, I'm curious, Uncle, you've seen some live wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me two things. One, who is the most famous wrestler you ever saw? And two, who's the most famous wrestler you ever met?
Oh, wait a minute. There was somebody I met actually live. Shook his hand.
Really?
Yes.
Was it WWF? Was it WWF in the heyday, or was it a different league or something?
No, it was WW something. Was it Ric Flair?
You met Ric Flair.
It was one of them, real live, shook his hand as he was talking to me. I think it was one of them. I'm not sure.
Was this like 1980s? Do you remember? Like
way before I met you. Oh, Melissa.
Would it be 90s, 80s, 90s?
Maybe in, I'd say in the 80s somewhere. I mean, we went one day. I tell you, went one day. And
where did you?
And we.
Yeah. Where was it, Uncle? Where was the actual match? Like, what city was it in?
It was actually interviewing. It was an interview kind of thing.
You were at an interview?
Probably, they used to make a lot of appearances in public where they would sign stuff.
Right. It was one of them. Yeah. It was one of them. It was one of them. And
the reason why this is because I lived, as a kid near Asbury Park. So, of course, you were, Uncle, you lived in that area too, New York, right?
Yeah, somewhere in that area.
Remember when they used to come to Convention Hall? That was like in my backyard.
Right.
So those guys would come through, and sometimes either before or after matches or at, stores or whatever, they would come and sign.
That's exactly where I met him. Something like that. Something like that.
Okay.
I met him somewhere like that. Okay. Like you mentioned it, Chuck.
Right.
Yeah. And
who was how you saw wrestle though? I mean, you met a really famous one. You're not sure exactly which one at an event where you get to meet and greet him. Right. But who was the most famous guy you saw wrestle in person? Biggest one, your opinion, the one that was like big in your mind.
Mike the Snake.
You saw Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Very nice.
We did. I think he was called Peace. His name was Peace. He had a
Peace.
girl with him.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of them do. A lot of them have the female
trying to think
companion.
of
In the 80s, Macho Man, it could have been Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
It could have been, let's see, who else had female managers? Elizabeth was the big thing.
Yeah.
You could have ranked Hulk Hogan at one point with Elizabeth.
not him. It was with the cross. He had a cross on him.
He wore a cross, like a chain with a cross on it. Like
Yeah.
a
Brother Love?
No, not Brother
No, what-
Love.
Wasn't the Undertaker, was it? I mean,
No, it wasn't Undertaker.
Is it like Razor Ramon? I feel like I remember him having a
No,
cross.
it wasn't him.
Oh, yeah. Well, that guy was actually from New Jersey, too.
He had long hair. I do remember.
Okay.
Real tall.
Real tall.
Yeah, and he had, and he was with a girl.
It wasn't like Sid Vicious. He had long hair.
No, I can't-
Bret Hart wasn't tall, but he had long hair. Who else? A lot of them had long hair. actually.
I'm lost now.
Well,
another tall guy could be Big John Studd. Could be another tall guy from the 80s.
Yeah, someone in there.
Yeah, he was like 6'6", Big John Studd.
Wasn't his name. That wasn't.
this. Well,
He was always on the. He was always on the wrestling note every Friday night.
so he was on TV. He was on national TV.
He was on national TV,
Okay,
but
Yeah.
I can't remember his name at this
Well,
moment.
okay.
At
It was
this
somebody.
moment, it
Fair
dawned
enough.
on me.
I'll
I
ask
mean,
you if you remember the biggest guy I ever actually, shook hands with, which was Andre the Giant. And 7'4", huge. His hand was gigantic.
Yeah.
Big guy. Most famous guy I ever sat down to really meet with, and I saw Andre wrestle, but the most famous guy I ever sat down to meet with, I've told this several times on the show, is Bam Bam Bigelow. because-
I heard about him.
Him and I graduated the same high school, but his name was Scott, and he was a little older than me, and a very cool guy. I used to drink with that guy at a local bar right next to the Stone Pony. But no, it's a true story. But it would be the biggest guy in several ways that I ever saw in person. And I actually touched him, and his hand was just this inhuman-sized mitt. You have no idea. It was just gigantic.
You're talking about Bam Bam Bigelow, Chuck?
Big Bigelow.
No. I'm saying Andre.
Oh, Andre the
yeah,
well, okay,
Andre
yeah,
the Giant.
yeah,
He's thinking of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bam
he
Bam
was thinking.
Oh, make no mistake, Bam Bam was a big guy. But his brother was actually larger than him. But Bam Bam was a huge guy. Again, another like 6'4", kind of 350-pound dude.
Yeah.
But Andre was like 500 pounds, 7'4". I mean, literally had gigantism.
Yes.
So his hands were this huge, meaty. I mean, like his fingers could be thick as some skinny dude's arms. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like real beefy hand. But no, Bam Bam was the biggest guy I ever like hung out with. But I was just curious. I would love to figure out who this long-haired wrestler Uncle Met was.
I have to think of his name.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
No,
He had long hair.
not him.
Nice
And thin. He's thin guy.
Thin.
I do remember.
This wasn't Jake the Snake, was it? Because that describes him. He's tall, he's thin, he has long hair.
No, it wasn't him.
Okay.
But it's almost like him, though. But it wasn't him.
Okay.
I can't think of.
It wasn't Triple H or anybody from that era, like because he kind of
Wait.
Hunter Hearst
Ho,
Helmsley.
you hold up there. So I kick. You might have something there.
Okay.
Triple H.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's who you met?
Yes. It was him. That was him. That was Triple H.
Really?
Now you don't. Now I remember.
Okay.
It was Triple H. Yes. I remember now. It was Triple
So
H.
that was probably the 90s then.
That was maybe in the 90s. Triple H live in. That was his name.
Was that when he was doing the Degeneration X thing?
Right.
Right? That
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. Triple H, that was his name. Why can I couldn't think of him?
It's okay. Hey, look, it's a difficult name. I always thought it was silly, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. But then when they started calling him Triple H, it was better.
Yeah.
And they also called him The Game.
Yeah.
Which is famously the title of the Motorhead song that was his theme.
Right.
So that's why I know that stuff.
Yeah, that was Triple H. I do remember now. It was
Okay.
Triple H.
Yeah.
And he was tall. Met him.
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
handshake.
Yeah.
And actually gave a handshake to the man.
Oh. Okay. So
That
all
was
right.
wild. That was him.
Okay.
I knew there was some. I just couldn't think of it.
Triple H
Triple H.
became and still is part of the business side of
Business
the
side of
WWE these days. He got
Yeah.
in. He married into the family. If I'm not,
Right. That's right. He married into the
Stephanie McMahon. Right?
McMahon. That's
Isn't
exactly
that his
it.
wife.
That was his wife.
That's-
That was
this
his
is all-
wife. Yes, that's right.
Okay. Yeah.
That was his wife.
Okay.
And phone call.
Oh, we got another call.
Another caller in.
Should we go to it?
Let's hit this phone for a minute.
Okay, caller. You're
Caller,
on the air.
on your air. Who are you from? Where are you from? And who is this?
This is Jungle Jimmy James.
Jimmy's back
out of
again.
Guitar Town.
All right, Jimmy.
All right.
Jimmy's
Yes,
back.
sir.
Oh, we're talking about wrestlers tonight. We had a live when I was.
I heard that.
Oh, you were listening.
Yeah.
Hey,
I see.
right here, Uncle. I want you to set your mind at ease. You've already beat Sidekick in the phone call department 2-1. Just so you know.
2-1. Holy moly! You mean you only had one call all night?
Just one.
I bet you I'd beat Chuck too.
Well,
Depending on what he did.
I
don't
don't
know.
think
for,
yet.
for
Not yet.
tonight. Not for the week. I meant for tonight.
Not yet. You haven't beat me yet for tonight.
Now that's what I meant.
Yeah, but who knows? You got time. There's still another 20? Almost. 37, 38 minutes left.
Tied last year. Last week.
Last week you tied me. That's right.
Yeah, no. Okay, let's get
The
these.
Skype, go ahead.
Okay. Oh yes, the Skype guy. We have to talk to him a little bit more.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's
I'm just.
we just found out who I was talking to. It was the letter H.
Triple H. I've
Triple
been looking at
H.
it since you mentioned it.
Yeah. I had him. I was whistling. I was actually saw him live.
Wow, that must have been an honor shaking the man's hand.
Was after one. Boy, oh boy.
Exciting.
He was huge.
He was double the size of us two put together.
Stranded 360 in
That-
the chat is saying, I always hated Triple H,
know what-
but I guess he gave Uncle a handshake, so he is okay. That's what they're saying in the chat right now.
Well, he's the only live one I had
Yeah.
seen. So
Well, hey,
along
yeah.
with these guys
He's-
in the chat room.
Well, they're saying that he made good by shaking your hand, so now they like Triple H. They were on the fence before, but now it's okay.
Yeah, once they hear from me, then they'll say something. These guys in the chat room.
And we
But
actually,
how could you not love a man whose name is Hunter Hearst Hemsley, with the long blonde ponytail coming out in that regal suit, ready to take on his opponent?
The Wall is a good one too to watch. You ever watch that?
We heard who you met, who you saw. Let me ask you a big question, two of them, because I got this thought in my head, and I guarantee you and I don't have the same answer. Who was your favorite wrestler of all time, number one? And who was your favorite tag team of all time? How about that?
The guy in the sky.
Well, wrestling.
Wrestling, right? He was up in the sky. He was up in the rapids, looking down.
You're talking about Owen Hart when he fell from the
the
thing?
Blue Blazer.
No.
That's what makes me think of
Not
Chuck, too, but I
him.
think it's somebody else.
Not him.
Okay, my
The-
mistake.
This. Wait a minute.
Eye in the sky. This is a guy. Superfly Jimmy Snukas? Are you talking about?
No. Now I got him guessing now.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I got him guessing.
Huh.
That's a hint for you guys.
Somebody up in the air.
He looked down
He looked down.
at the wrestling matches.
He looked down at the wrestling match. He was a wrestler? This is
Yes, he was a wrestler.
But he would like look from up high and like look down at everybody like, and we.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember that one, but I'm sure I'd know if I thought of it. If I heard it, I would know who it is. You're really getting the chat going here. They're like reminiscing about the.
Are they on the thing too?
Yeah.
I got them thinking too.
They're having fun with the wrestling.
It's not Hulk Hogan, you don't mean, right?
No, not Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
I can't think of what you mean, Uncle Ron.
Am I warmer when I say Hulk Hogan?
No, not quite.
Okay. So it's not that he's looking down because he's the biggest, is it?
No.
Okay.
Was he up literally in the rafters? Is that what was going on?
He was up in the rafters,
That's a-
but he has wrestled in the ring. They're all popular. I can't think of his name now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm having problems with names
Well,
myself.
your favorite. You got to know the name of your favorite wrestler. I mean, you're not talking about like when the Undertaker came down from the top of the dome. I think he did it too, right?
Yeah, I think that they had a few guys do that, and then there's Mankind. They wrestled up on top of the cage. Him and Undertaker. Creative Accents is saying Guy in Rafters is the Fart Man, whatever that means.
The Fart Man.
A wrestler. That's Howard Stern's superhero.
That's superhero stuff. That is a note.
I saw him do that before. Yeah. Sting? Is it Sting? They're saying Sting.
That's it. You hit on the hit, sidekick.
That was Creative Accidents in the chat.
Sting. Sting.
Yeah.
That's my boy, Sting.
Sting. Okay, yeah.
I can think of. I had to think of a name.
Got it. Yeah,
that
we
was
remember
my
him.
boy, Sting.
Okay.
So my favorite single wrestler is Undertaker, but who is your favorite tag team? Because that's different now. Who's your favorite tag team? Did you have one?
Oh yeah, those funny guys.
Funny guys.
Two little funny guys.
Is it the Bushwhackers?
Yeah,
the Bushwhackers.
Bushwhackers. Pulled us up. Actually took it and ate one of the thing. It was the Bushwhackers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, eating the taken from George the Animal Steel, eating the turnbuckle.
Right.
Yeah, they did all
I like that was my fat one. Yeah. Well,
I bet you know so much about wrestling history, Aaron.
Yeah. No, you got quite a bit there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite tag team was underrated in my estimation. Demolition.
Oh, Demolition. Yeah.
Yep. Axe and Smash. They were just they weren't even really wrestlers the way they did stuff. It was great. Biker boots. They come in with the black masks on. You know, almost like at a Road Warrior, except yeah.
The thing about this Bushwhackers got my attention every Friday night was here they are in the middle of the ring, started eating the ring.
Yeah.
How does these guys eat the ring, eat a ball, ball, and he come in down?
That was their gimmick. They do the gross out stuff.
No, that wasn't even a good trick because I saw George the Animal Steel do that in the 70s already, right? back on Channel 9, Blurry Vision Channel 9 with the coat hanger sitting there watching George the Animal Steel. And they told me I had a green tongue, but I had a black and white TV. And he would eat the turnbuckle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely were paying homage to him, bare minimum, if not
at least.
Yeah, it might have been worse, but yeah.
Wow. Who is your favorite one there? So I can't...
Tag team? Well, I kind of have to say the Nasty Boys because I remember they were from Allentown, Pennsylvania. That always popped out to me. And they wore those gaudy colors from like late 80s, early 90s, perhaps.
Oh, I know who your favorite wrestler is.
Oh, I
know who it is.
Yeah.
Well, I should have said back, but I remember now.
There's a few of them, but yeah, I am partial. I gotta say, it's almost cliche, but I'm partial to the Ultimate Warrior just because.
That's who I was thinking it was.
Partial to him, I gotta say.
I would say it was it because when he sang that song, comes out in the front.
Yeah.
He is gone. He went crazy.
Yeah.
Sidekick goes crazy when he hears his new one. Yeah, that was him.
The song, the energy, the running in there. Also, I enjoy his interviews where some people describe him as being incoherent and just babbling and not making any sense.
Yeah.
But I'm crazy enough to think that they actually make sense, the things that he's saying in those interviews. And I like the character and the face paint, just the look. It's I don't know. It's just iconic 1980s goofy wrestling.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
weird.
good. It's fun.
Remember the passing of the guard from Hulk Hogan to him in the big WrestleMania or whatever it was challenge where he goes away with both belts?
Yes.
And the Warrior beats him, and it was kind of like they did a whole that you just brought it back to my memory because the backstage thing. In the darkness, I see the Warrior.
Yeah. That's his voice. Yeah.
Yep.
That's his voice.
The voice.
That was his voice.
Yep.
Walls, because he had a warrior mask painted on the wall behind him. They're bleeding through the walls.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, then he'd start yelling. He'd do that growling, and then he'd start yelling. He'd be like, "Oh, good. You will be no the Warriors." He'd like go from one thing to the other. He'd just start yelling, and then he'd start grumbling, and it was always fun.
it was like somebody they cut out of Conan the Barbarian. I mean, really, seriously, like this dude's just over the top. So we got to cut him out of the Conan thing. But there he is, or Beastmaster, even that movie.
Yeah.
There's a deep cut. Anyways, okay, I'm sorry. You were talking to Nature Boy, but I wanted to find out who Uncle's favorite wrestlers were. And now know the Bushwhackers as a team.
Yeah.
And then Sting. And I got to respect the Sting thing.
Because he does it in so some vicious ways. His head and his mind goes right together when he starts a wrestler. He knows how to put it together.
Yeah. Best of both worlds, as they say.
Yeah.
Going on with Sting. Yeah,
That's
he's a
what
classic,
Sting.
no doubt about it. He changed looks over time, too. He started, he had like a buzz cut blonde hair initially, and he had face paint somewhat like the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
And then he evolved into that goth look, almost black metal like face paint thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The baseball bat, you know.
Yeah, the baseball bat.
The baseball bat. Him throwing the bat at him. All right. You want a piece of me? Started walking in the thing. He started with the bat.
Yeah.
Hey, come in here. Bang, bang. I said, what's this? I bet there'll be a baseball game going on or a bat in the head.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So you were talking to Nature Boy.
Yeah.
I interrupted with your favorite wrestlers. So what was it we were talking about with you, Nature Boy?
I kind of forgot because I was enjoying the conversation y'all were having, to be honest.
Nostalgia. The rest.
I just like to hear Uncle. I love your voice, man. You got the coolest accent, my friend.
I send you one of my, you won't have one of my shirts, do you?
Oh, God.
You have got some work to do. Sidekick?
Yeah.
Got
Available
more
at
work to do.
theageoftransitions.com.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get these shirts out.
Yeah, I know.
And nobody's
You
gonna.
want to get one?
Yeah,
I do know Nature Boy has an Ocelli shirt already.
Oh, it does?
Yes,
I don't have one.
Fantastic.
That's right.
You
yeah.
don't?
No, I don't have one of his.
Yep. I remember that order. Yep.
And I also know Nature Boy has a Revolve Man Scientific Rise to Godhood, and he certainly has been a supporter of the Ocelli.com universe of radio hosts. So just let me know if that's something there.
Oh,
But Uncle,
yeah.
I want you to know, I have your stickers on every one of my kitchen cabinets. I dig it. It's just every time I open one of those things up, I see your big shining face.
It's the round ones, right?
It's
The Uncle the podcast, where you're up there just
This one.
smiling away.
Was it this
Did you
one?
get the white ones or the shiny ones?
That's what I was
Shiny
asking.
ones?
Yeah, he got
Okay.
the ones,
Shiny
the
ones.
shiny
Okay,
ones. Yeah,
shiny.
that's the shiny ones.
We do still have those. Yeah. The chrome and
Yeah.
white ones, which are actually featured for people watching the live stream. They can see
Yeah,
it on the
if-
side of Uncle's headset. He's wearing one.
Yeah, I've got one on my side of my new one.
We have
My new-
them. If you want one, send us an email. We might be able to send you one. But we have a call, Uncle. Another
On
one.
the call, let's get that caller on the line. Sorry I have to get these callers.
Hello?
Hello, who's this on the line now?
Hey, Uncle, this is Ed, and you're talking wrestling, man. I got to check in on this about favorite wrestlers.
Where you been last week?
Favorite tag team?
Where you been last week?
I've been, all
over the place.
I was snowed in, man. I was in a snow apocalypse here, brother.
Oh, no.
Eddie,
The Snailman.
Eddie working and taking care of the great squirrels out there. Did you get that squirrel picture I sent you, by the way?
Squirrel scraping.
I did. Thank you. Did you get the Limmy one I sent you?
I sure did.
Hey, where is that letter you had? Bring that letter up.
Anyway, you were saying you have a favorite tag team.
Oh, absolutely. My tag team will destroy all the others. That would be Dirty Dick Murdoch and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, when they were heels in the 70s.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And
who's your favorite wrestler?
all time?
That's before Dick Murdoch.
Single wrestler.
With Adrian Adonis, right? That's previous to the Adrian Adonis team when he was with Dusty Rhodes. Very cool. So you go on.
Right, yeah, I didn't know Adrian Adonis, but I lived a year in Minnesota, and this is when it was all regional. And that's when I got to see Dusty Rhodes and Dick Murdoch back then in like 72. They were tough guys, man. They were dirty. They were just fun, man.
You ever notice in the 70s, everybody had the same white foreign object that they would jam in people's eyes and throats? Like they kept reusing the same
brass
white
knucks were like white tape on something, and everything was like something wrapped in a white tape.
I always love that. It's like, look at this, Mr. Fuji has a foreign object. You wait a little while, and then Blackjack Mulligan has one too. And it's
in the eyes, man.
Oh, well, I saw Mr. Fuji and Saito do that where he threw the salt in the guy's eyes. That was real salt, by the way. That ended up flying.
I don't doubt it, man.
Yeah, that was real salt. Because I picked it up in Asbury Park right off the floor. Anyway, you were going to say you have a great one for your single wrestler, though, or right?
Oh, the greatest single wrestler clearly is classy Freddie Blassie. Freddie Blassie, he predates all of these guys because I only got to see him a little while when I lived in the Los Angeles area in the 60s as a small child. And he was the star at the Olympic what was it? The Olympic Auditorium in L.A.
Hey Eddie, you got me on that.
In Florida too.
No.
You got me on that one.
No way. Uncle, you remember this guy. I'm going to help you with one thing right here, and you're going to know exactly who he's talking about. Ready? You pencil neck geek. That guy, classy Freddie Blassie. He becomes a manager later.
That sound familiar? Pencil neck geek. You know that guy, Uncle? I feel like
pencil neck geeks. Remember?
Yeah, everybody was a pencil neck geek.
I remember the name. I remember that, but I can't put the face to him. That's the problem.
A while back, Uncle, I did a little research, and I thought you might know of him, but I don't know when you were in Florida. But I guess before he went out to L.A., he was in the he did wrestle in Florida for a while before he went and made a big name in L.A. I did read that about it, and he made a film. What was that? My Dinner with Blassie or whatever? Who was that? Andy Kaufman did that. Who did that movie where he sits down in a diner and talks to Freddie Blassie the whole movie?
Oh,
you guys got to look that up. That's fabulous.
That's good.
Who's this guy?
Some of those first wrestling movies.
Boy, I've got thrown out of proportion. Been on since I've been wanting to saw that first live action wrestler. I've lost the control of his.
Yeah, so you're not sure who that is. You have no idea then. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's what I'm.
Yeah.
Well,
he's kind of an older guy, man. He wasn't around in the '90s WWE. When it went national and all. He was kind of retired by then.
That's probably
when a lot
why.
of people really got big.
I probably remember him, but I don't remember the name. That one. Sorry, Chuck.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he was kind of a bleach blonde dude.
I'm
he would
telling
bite
you,
people, man. He'd go in the ring. He was a biter.
If Aaron pulls up a picture
the
of
hell
this
out of
guy, I'm sure you'd remember him. If you saw him, Uncle, you'd go, "Oh yeah!" I'm telling you.
Classy.
Maybe I would. It's face to face. The showing.
I'm telling you, he shows you the face, you're going to go, oh, I know who that is. I guarantee it. That's my own.
I've seen that guy. Yeah.
Okay, does this guy look familiar? You see these guys? This guy right here? Does that face look familiar? See that? Uncle's looking at this guy like that. This.
Is Uncle checking Blassie out?
Here he is.
Oh, yes, okay. I see him.
Does that look familiar or no? I don't know. Uncle's looking pretty good. It doesn't look like he's... I see a picture of him with Andy Kaufman here for what that's worth. So they had met at one point.
Yeah, that's the film. Andy Kaufman made a film. You're an Andy Kaufman fan, Aaron. You should see that. My Dinner with Blassie or something like that. At the Diner with Blassie or My Dinner. Yeah, it was a play on My Dinner with Andre, that film. My Dinner with Blassie, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah,
it's film if you can find it.
Yeah.
If someone wants to send me and Aaron the MP3 of the song Pencil Neck Geek, I will put it in short attention span DJ theater. And Aaron, I'm to play it for Uncle. He should remember it was kind of like a hit when they started doing WWF music, if you remember.
Yeah.
With Rick and all that stuff. This is
just
the game.
But Aaron, you gotta up your nerd cred, man, and get My Dinner with Blassie with Kaufman, man.
Oh yeah.
Got to see that.
Probably on VHS and digital downloads somewhere.
Yeah, I would watch that for sure. Yeah,
I rented it a long time ago when they had rental shops. I could get it.
Hey, Ed, who was the wrestler that beat the crap out of the guy on Taxi?
Oh, yeah, the guy on Taxi is Kaufman, and the guy you're talking about, Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah. Jerry the King Lawler.
Oh, the King Lawyer. Oh, yes, I remember him.
Yeah, they
Andy King Lawyer, he always wore a cap on his head.
Yeah, he had the crown.
I'm the king.
Yeah.
I'm the king.
Yeah.
Everyone's come to the... Yeah, it's like the Burger King man. I said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
He's
Andy
the Burger
Kaufman
King man.
went on
back on the air.
Andy Kaufman went on the Late Show with what's his name?
Letterman.
I can't say the dude's name. David Letterman.
Letterman.
And maybe that was the wrestler, and he just slapped Kaufman hard. It had to be something he set up, but he slapped him out of his chair. For saying you guys are fake, wrestling's fake, and the dude just got up and slapped Andy, slapped him right out of the chair.
Well, see it live one time, and you'll see it.
Interesting historical note. Once on a WWE live broadcast, Jerry the King Lawler, as an announcer, literally had a heart attack while the show was going on.
Oh, wow.
Then?
Yeah. Announcer.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know about that. Yeah. Yeah.
It's true. Look up, I'm telling you.
I got a question for you all.
Sure.
Since we're into wrestling, who's your female favorite wrestlers?
Okay.
Since we're into thing.
That's getting good.
How would you like? That's a good one to guess, huh?
It is a good one. That is a very good one. Mine is a very classic tie. I have a tie for my two favorites. The Fabulous Moolah, first of all. And unfortunately and strangely managed temporarily by Cyndi Lauper, another wrestler named Wendy Richter. Those two working together and as opponents of one another. This is where Lou Albano gets involved in Cyndi Lauper videos, and then they bring Cyndi Lauper into the WWF.
Yeah.
And Lou Albano has the Fabulous Moolah as his champion, and Wendy Richter. Yes, was dressed up like Cyndi Lauper, and Cyndi Lauper was her manager temporarily. Those are my two favorites right there, and tied for. I always love the heels, first of all, but secondly, tied for my favorite female wrestlers. But maybe other people got other answers. What about Nature Boy?
Oh yeah, Nature Boy. Do you have a favorite female wrestler?
No, I think they're all hot. It's hard to choose.
That's my big problem.
You're saying that China is hot too? Remember the
but she could twist me up like a pretzel, and I'd have a smile from ear to ear if she did.
Well, you should probably go look up something, either the classic or the reboot of something called Glow, which is the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, separate from WWE, who literally had a psychotic character named Dementia in the wrestling. And I got to tell you, back in the 80s, they definitely were way hotter than anything the WWF had. Glow, the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. No kidding.
I'll have to look at that. I was just trying to find the song Pencil Neck Geek. I found the video. I sent it to you.
Well, if you can make MP3 for me, because I don't have a transfer of it, I will play it on Short Attention Span DJ Theater. And if you could, send a copy to Aaron, too.
I'll hack it.
What about Ed?
Oh, yeah. What about you, Ed?
Wrestler.
You know what? I'm not familiar enough with the lady wrestlers to really have a favorite. I can't really check in on that one. I'm sorry.
Wow.
You don't have a ladies wrestler?
Uh-oh.
Who guys with
back in the day, Uncle, when I was watching wrestling, the lady wrestlers weren't hot like the ones you're talking about.
What were they?
So it was hard to pick one.
They were that looking bad?
Wait a minute now.
Man, everybody jumps up on the conclusion for ladies wrestlers. At least men did.
Yeah, I know, man.
I mean, the men, but you know what I mean.
When Richter was
just
hot,
a mess.
Hey, how about this?
Leilani Kai was
My favorite roller derby guy was a big black guy named Big Johnny Johnson. He played with the T-Birds in L.A. He skated with the T-Birds. Big Johnny Johnson in the 60s in the roller derby world. But, yeah, I don't have a favorite lady wrestler. I can't get in on that one. I wish I did.
The women back in the early days, or in the days where you were watching it, because in '72 you're watching it and I was just born. But you know, the women there were sort of a side attraction, like they used to do the what they call midget wrestling too. There were midget wrestlers.
Right. I was going to bring that up. I almost was going to mention midget wrestling. It was they'd have a match, one match maybe, midgets, two, and a woman's match, and then all the men.
Well, either they would do that, or they would put like 5 midgets against Andre the Giant.
Oh, God.
In a pay-per-view, let me tell you something.
Oh, God.
A pay-per-view, they did have those that you guys are mentioning. Yeah. They did have those in a pay-per-view, though.
Hey, one other thing, though, Uncle. Jimmy James might have a favorite female wrestler, because,
Jimmy James, what are you in a female wrestler? Jimmy James? Let's see what he says.
I can't. I don't know their names, but I was put into the ring with them, and they beat the crap out of me. I was in Oahu. Whoever they were, they're my favorite.
And you smile all the way, right?
Yeah.
You actually got in a ring with them?
They had, what do you call it? It wasn't mud, it was slime. It was slime wrestling.
Oh, oil
stuff wrestling. Slime wrestling. Oh, yeah. You had to have old clothes on before you get in there.
Oh, like 3 or 4 of these chicks just beat the ever-living hell out of me.
That's strip club stuff right there. But now
that
the ladies
sounds like strip club. That's a strip club.
And if you tip high enough, you can get in with them. And
yeah. You said strip club to find beat the hell out of me. Sorry, it just came to my mind.
Anyways, just saying. Okay, so now we've gone into strip clubs and wrestling, but let's stick with the wrestling, right?
How did we get into this?
Hot oil wrestling match at a bar once, guys. I can't tell you their names.
Bar match?
Hot oil wrestling at a sleazy bar. That was those chicks were hot.
Like the famous scene with John Candy in the movie Stripes, right?
Oh yes, right. The striped one. I remember that one. Yes, that one.
That's right.
I remember.
Was he called Moose in that? Was that his character's name? And they were mud wrestling. I feel like that's.
Oh, man, I can't remember, but they all decide to go out and they're going to get drunk, and he ends up in there, and the big scene that you probably couldn't make today. He steals the tops off the girls.
Oh yeah.
You get at him, today it would be, he assaulted her. It's a comedy. Calm down. But,
Yep, I remember that movie. Yeah.
Do they have bars that even put on hot oil wrestling anymore and that kind of thing? I don't think they even do that anymore, do they?
I don't know, but I will tell you, in the pandemic, they invented a little something with the hand sanitizer, where a couple of minutes of sanitizing each other. This was actually something that happened in Atlanta, well, I forget what they called it, but it was sort of like I don't know, like instead of a hand sanitizer lap dance kind of. I don't say I understand
the
it.
hot oil show I saw, they auctioned off to people in the audience. You got to be one of the girls' managers, and you got to rub them down with oil before they wrestled.
Oh, well.
That was the gimmick there.
Holy moly!
But in Atlanta, they did the hand sanitizer thing. I don't know what to say about that, but it just
thing.
yeah, because of COVID and everybody was going crazy with sanitizer.
COVID.
They actually had
Yeah.
that and COVID time when it was
Yeah,
COVID.
Oh yeah.
The advertisement said something like, yes, she's wearing a mask, but not much else. And yeah,
This is way before that, man. This was just like Wesson oil, and you
Take
got to rub
it
all
easy,
over.
Eddie boy. Take it easy.
but
I can
again,
hear him back there.
you're talking about a different era, man.
I know how he acts.
So can't get away
This
with
is
that.
only a photo finish.
Photo finish. Yeah.
And of course, they couldn't help it because when they get the wrestling in those bikinis, sometimes they get pulled down and stuff. It was terrible.
Oh, everything's
It was just
slippery.
a terrible show.
Gives a whole new, a definition to wardrobe malfunction and nip slip. Anyway, you got about 10 minutes left, guys, just so you know.
Ooh, 10 minutes left.
10 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Very exciting. All right.
I'm already beating you. That's fine now.
You beat me, Uncle.
Yeah.
I didn't
One
make
call,
it.
Wing.
3. You got 3 so far, Uncle. Yep.
Yeah.
Not bad. Good showing tonight. Good
Not
round
bad.
of
It's,
calls.
I think it's a little slow tonight. I can understand reason.
So Uncle ties you with me, and then I'm just going to be quiet and let you do whatever it is you want to do. But you're tied with me for the night. If somebody wants to break the tie, they can still get in and call in 319-527-5016, 319-527-5016, or message me, Charles.Ocelli, on Skype. And as per usual, if Creative Accidents calls in, he counts as 2 callers. So there you go.
All right, Crazy Accents. Where you at?
Come on,
He is-
PA. Come on, man. Now's the time.
He's in the chat room. Over
Yeah,
at Twitch. He's
why
been
didn't you get
there.
on that phone?
He's in the Twitch chat.
I do never hear his voice, though. I never can hear his voice.
Oh yeah.
If it
it's,
counts as 2, but I never could really hear it.
Yeah. It's an interesting voice. Yeah.
If you have a tough time with English, I work with 2 Russian girls. I can help translate, CA, so call in, man. I'll help out.
Oh, yeah, you do?
His English is impeccable these days.
Just joking, brother.
Oh, wait, let's see. Give it to Ed now. You know. Hello, what?
Yeah.
So, what?
So yeah, one of these days perhaps, but yeah, he's always the most prolific chatter for sure. So he's there in Twitch right now. He's saying, "Ha ha ha."
Oh, we got a phone call
There he
here.
is.
Somebody on the phone?
There he is.
This caller is on Skype.
Non-Skype? Who's on this line?
Skype caller. All
Phone?
right, excited.
Hello?
Who we got?
Sound like a lady.
Caller, you are on the air. Uncle
You're on
the
the air.
podcast.
Fine.
You're live. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Ray from Down Under, guys.
All right, down under, boy.
All right. Right.
Hey, you told me, and I won the team tonight. I
did it.
appreciate you, down under, boy. You made the phone call. That counted.
Yeah, I had to get you over the line. Uncle.
Well, you did it. You did it.
Under.
So, what's been happening then down under these couple days?
We're in a bit of a heat wave at the moment.
Heat? You guys are hot out
Yeah.
there?
It's hot.
It's summer there now, Uncle.
Yeah, but it was crazy. Kind of people not to get cooled down and jump in the swimming pool or something. Right?
Crikey, they're cooking kangaroos on the road out there, Uncle.
Kangaroo.
Yeah,
There's-
like about a bucket.
There's
Yeet.
my bad attempt at the Australian accent. My apologies.
That's you? You can't talk that there, Ed. I mean, Chuck. You gotta need practice.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Have you been in the pool, Ray? Have you
have
made
you
it to
been
a
in
pool?
Have you been in the pool?
No.
What?
But I just wear my shirt and stand in the breeze.
Not bad. Not bad.
Well, there's one of these another Friday night things again. We
go.
This is
flying
Friday night.
up on these things. People went crazy on my new Revolution thing.
It went well.
It went pretty
It went
well.
very well. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of that. A lot
Yeah.
of people who are here tonight were
Yeah.
a part of it then.
They were.
And many others. And
There's these whistlers I'm looking at.
yeah, we've been doing good. I wanted to say a special thank you, especially to, was it your nephew, Ray? That
yeah.
He called in to the show, but he's also, I noticed on our Twitch channel, he's been making little clips of the Uncle the Podcast show and posting those clips, and those are
Yes.
posted to the Uncle's Twitch. So thank you for that. That was
thank
really
you for
cool.
that.
I saw that.
Hey, he did that on his own.
Yeah, that was
I
awesome.
know him on that one. So, yeah, I'll thank him for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool.
He's not. He's probably down the pools.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was excited to see that. He and somebody else had done that. I'm like, oh, cool. We're getting some pretty good Twitch engagement there. So that was exciting.
See, Uncle just puts out the show, and other people will do the editing work for him. I mean, that's the easy life right there, Uncle.
Well, I know. Like I said, though, I do the show. I'm the main person, and I give it to my customers to listen. I mean, heck, I like to listen to your show, Chuck, or Sidekick shows, other people's shows, but for myself, I know who I am, you see, and I'd rather give it to my customers. That's just how I am.
It's for you customers.
I mean,
That's what the show's all about.
because I know I've got so many that they can even to their new customers. You want to hear Uncle Show? Yeah, give me one. Here's my show, and listen to it. I got loads of them to listen to. That's the first thing I asked them. I asked them that. Well, I'm talking to a fella. If they first listen to them, no. Do
you listen to broadcasts?
If they listen to broadcast, I go right to it.
Question number one.
Question one
It's
is,
important.
can go ahead and listen to what I got a load of.
Got to know who you're talking to.
And you'll see it's me who you'd be talking to on
So
my
look,
show.
We could run a little bit overtime, but you know
Yeah,
what?
we
We
will.
did hear from Ray as to
Ray.
whether he has any favorite wrestler, tag team, or favorite lady wrestler. Which
Go ahead, and then go ahead.
Ray.
Go away.
Favorite wrestler would
Yeah.
be Mankind.
Mankind?
That's a good one. Mankind. Yeah, he's good.
Tag team would be Mankind and Socko.
Everyone in soccer. Who's soccer?
Socko. Yeah, Mankind and Socko.
Who's soccer?
It was his sock puppet. Remember, he sock and Mankind was a little crazy.
Yeah, a
him.
little bit.
Yeah,
That guy.
Mankind and Socko, nice deep cut on that tag team. I don't know if they actually technically wrestled as a tag team, though.
Well, you couldn't have one without the other.
Well, that's fair enough. But I mean, it's almost like I don't remember what the clowns were called, but when the Insane Clown Posse went into wrestling, there were two regular clowns, and then they had like a midget clown too, right?
Dink and Doink.
Dink and Doink. That was the name. That was the name. That's right. Dink and Doink.
Yeah.
But
That
but
was their
technically,
names.
Socko ever was a legal tag team partner.
It was.
So
No, I
what-
don't think it was on the
What would you pick if you had to pick a legal tag team?
Yeah.
Ooh.
See, I threw him a
That's a
curveball.
stump, man. That's stumping.
The Rock and Mankind when they tagged up against Triple H, I think it was, and wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. That's an odd one there.
I
That's
think
an odd
maybe
one.
that, yeah, because they had matches against each other for sure, and I think they did. They were a tag team at one point. I think I don't remember clearly.
To get a common enemy, I think.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like when
I
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
W
Like when
N
Yeah,
W.
my enemy,
Oh,
my friend type.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that old.
Like when Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage came together and they decided to call themselves the Mega Powers, it was because they wanted to do the tag team thing.
It was
like
the
that.
the WON. It was what you're thinking of, Chuck.
Yeah,
The
the
WON.
WON. One.
Black, and they were all in black.
Oh,
That was him.
Oh, NWO.
Oh,
That's the one you're thinking of.
Yes, yeah.
That
The
was
New
why I
World
saw
Order.
that.
No
I know,
less.
New World Order. That was what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just shuffled the letters a little bit. No, the NWO. Yeah, that was the whole thing. They had different guys coming in. New World Order. Yep,
Right.
yep. Okay, now I know
Man,
what you meant.
that was crazy. That kind.
Actually,
But I thought that was more going to be like a serious wrestling. Serious wrestling was going after people. I mean,
They had these, but they had these little gangs every now and then. You know,
Yeah,
Generation X,
Yep.
Degeneration X. I mean, you know, there was this thing, this Jersey contingent. They had a name for it for a little bit. Diamond Dallas Page.
Diamond
Page.
Dallas.
And what
That's
was it, the
him.
guy-
That's him. That was him. Hold it.
Diamond
Is that
Dallas
who it was?
Page. That's who you meant.
God,
So it wasn't
God.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley. It was
Now you
Diamond
got
Dallas
me, boy.
Page.
Yeah, that was the one.
Oh,
No,
DDP. Yeah.
JDP, Doug Diamond Page. Yes, now I'm remembering now.
Okay.
Chuck, you just hit it on the head.
All right.
The name that I listened to.
I know my Jersey wrestlers.
Yes,
Page.
Diamond Dallas Page. That's who I.
Glad we cleared that up.
That's who I had to shook hand with.
Okay.
That's
Got
the
it,
one.
got it.
That was Diamond Page with the diamond.
The diamond,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right.
It wasn't
I just
Triple H.
no, it wasn't
Diamond.
Triple H.
Yeah.
It was that one.
Got it.
Dice Diamond, because I remember the diamond.
The hand.
After
signal, yes,
you said it, Chuck.
Right.
You
Wrestled with
said
the
it,
guy-
and I said the diamond. That was the one I listened to.
Right. And he wrestled with the guy who at one point was called Razor Ramon, but he had another name that was more common. But he was also from Jersey.
Jersey.
Scott.
That was
Scott
him.
something.
That was the guy. I couldn't think
Scott
of it,
Baio.
but when I saw the diamond, that was
Remember
because
he-
he did this.
I tell you this, Razor Ramon, he beat everybody. That guy.
Yeah. No, I remember Razor Ramon. Yeah.
But his name was Scott. Oh man. He had a name, but he had the greasy hair, you know, and he had a toothpick in his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I know who you're thinking of.
That. Yeah. I
can't
vaguely
think of
remember
his
the
name.
Scott thing, but yeah, Razor Ramon I remember clearly. Yeah.
Razor
Yeah,
Malone.
that was, he was good.
Yeah. I know.
And long his regular name than Razor Ramon, but Razor Ramon was a different character from his regular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his ghoul was with him. Diamond Dallas was
Diamond Dallas
with
Page, okay.
with his ghoul
Okay.
with him.
I can't remember who that was.
That was the one that who was fighting with the Brutus Ranch.
Okay.
With what's his name?
Scott Hall is the name
Scott
of Razor Ramon.
Hall. Yes.
First of all.
Yes.
Scott
yes,
Moultrie.
Scott Hall.
To figure out
guy.
who that was, Diamond Dallas Page. Let me look it up. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Diamond Page had a ghoul, took over. She was with Major Mooch.
I think.
And he went to her. She went to Dodge Dallas Page.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that Diamond Dallas Page is into meditation and yoga these days.
Oh, he's now.
I think so. Yeah, I remember hearing that. I think that's what he's up to. Like he does like meditation and yoga.
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
some
Dallas
specializes in
Page.
that.
Why
somehow.
can I think of that name?
That guy, that Diamond guy, must have really hated everyone in the Hart Foundation. Then, right? Was that like their enemies, the Diamonds and the Hearts?
Oh yeah, because of the
It's
cards.
funny. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think that was the deal. They had some other kind of problems there where they might have been the people fighting one of those other gangs. Like I said, they would form these little gangs for a little while.
Yeah, one that pops out to me is the Nation of Domination, which is what The Rock started as. He was Rocky Maivia, and he was a member of the Nation of Domination.
But actually, the son of, of course, a famous bodybuilder / wrestler was his dad to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. I think Rocky Johnson. Rocky Johnson is his dad, who was like built extremely well. I think actually used to win bodybuilding competitions and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. We're kind of at the tail end of the show here, so we could bring it home. Do we want to have the callers give shout-outs, Uncle? Should we do that?
Yeah, I'm shout-outs. Whoever want. All callers that were on tonight, have your shout-outs. I'll have the shout-outs for everybody.
Okay, so what order do you want to put them in, Uncle, just to keep it clear?
First caller up. What was our first caller?
Okay, so
that was
first one that comes in, right?
Yeah.
So that begins Nature Boy.
Nature Boy. Who you want to call for a shout-out to? Oh, fine.
I want to call a shout-out to you, Aaron, all the callers, and especially to Mr. Ocelli for putting this all together. And as always, Ocelli.com, support Chuck. He puts in a lot of time. And if we all hang together and contribute just a little bit, we can still continue to have amazing shows like we've had tonight. So thank you, gentlemen, for letting me be part of it. I have had a really good time.
Thanks for calling, Nature Boy. It's good having you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support. Yeah. Really
Nature
appreciate
Boy.
it, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, the shirt orders and everything. So thank you.
Thank you.
So the next caller would be Jimmy, I believe. Was the next
Jimmy.
one?
Jimmy?
So Jimmy, who you shout out to tonight?
Oh, everyone have a good weekend and keep your stick on the ice.
Shout out to the world and keep your stick on the ice. So play straight and don't play dirty, you're saying, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, sounds right.
Wonderful. Jimmy James, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, James.
Jimmy holds, and then I think that puts us with Eddie next.
Eddie?
Yeah.
You're next?
Yeah, I'm going to shout out to the sun, man, because and the creator of the sun, whoever you would assume that to be, but the sun, because it's moving back south, and we've had a really intense, snowy, crappy winter here. So I'm going to shout out to the sun, and a second shout out. I want to shout out to Nature Boy because I love the variety he's brought to Wednesday night shows, and I think he's doing a super job. And shout out to the Nature Boy too.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, thank you for calling in, Ed. As always, it's great to hear from you, man. So thank you.
Yeah, many different contributions from Nature Boy across the board. Much appreciated in one way or another. He has been keep the whole rolling. So, thanks very much, personally and outright. Next
pleasure.
up, I guess, and last actually, is the man from Down Under, and I don't know if he's or make the statement that's not a knife.
That's not a knife.
Oh, I'm just messing with you.
I know. Crocodile.
But with all the love I got, Ray, and do appreciate you, supporter of Aaron's show, supporter of Uncle, supporter of the network, brother from, another continent. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Take it away.
I'd like to shout out you, Chuck, for producing the show, Aaron and Uncle for being the show, Nature Boy for, I'm going to second Ed's view on that one. Nature Boy, you're pulling in some awesome people for Wednesday night.
Thank you. It's too kind, amigo.
And who else can I shout out? That's pretty much it.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Ray. It's great to have you as always, too. So good.
Can I just ask you one quick silly question? Did you ever watch? What do people in Australia think of Quickie Koala?
Quickie Koala.
What's Quickie Koala?
Yeah.
The cart. Remember, it was a cartoon. He was Quickie Koala.
That's what they think of it.
It is the only cartoon I've ever seen centered on a koala bear, which apparently are rather sacred symbols to some people in Australia. So I was just curious, what if Australians love it, hate it, don't care about it? Sounds like you don't know about it.
The only koala cartoon I know about is Blinky Bill.
Yes, I know that one.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you'll never catch him standing still.
Aaron, Quickie Koala.
I remember Blinky Bill, but I don't know Quickie Koala. I don't.
Uncle might remember. You remember the Quickie Koala? And he would disappear and he'd eat eucalyptus leaves. That was his thing. For the koala bear?
I think so. Yeah. That little thing he kept on moving around.
Yeah, he was
Then it's so
blinking.
bad, he went so quick like Speedy Gonzales.
But faster, because he would just disappear.
Yeah, disappeared after I turned around and he was gone.
All right, well, at least you've seen it.
Yeah.
Yes, and maybe thoughts about it. And I can't ask you about Rocco's Modern Life because I think that was not Australia. Exactly.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't.
No.
Did get it here though.
You did get it there. Okay, cool enough. Anyway, Ray, anything else you wanted to add, or should we just turn it over to Aaron and Uncle to close out the show?
Yeah, turn it over. Close out the show.
Sidekick.
Go out with a bang.
Oh.
Sidekick.
Well, great to have you here, Ray. Thank you very much. This is Uncle the Podcast. We're at Uncle Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you, everybody. I'm giving a shout out to everybody who's listened and who has supported. Again, big showing here from people who have big support, like buying the shirts and everything. So the books, the shirts, everything like that. So thank you, everybody who has done that. Do you want to give a quick shout out, Uncle?
Shout out. Oh, I like to shout out to Nature Boy. My old friend, Nature Boy friend there. And I had to give it out to you because I've been yelling for wrestlers and put that out for him. And
well done.
And
hey, just before we close, Uncle.
And Down Under.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One last thing just before you close is that every single person that called in tonight is a supporter of the network, your show, Aaron's show, all of it. So lots of thanks from all of us here.
You're right.
For supporting Uncle, Aaron, myself, Don Jeffries, Bob Wilson now, everybody here who is at Ocelli.com. We all thank you for all the help that you've given, and it's been a lot of different ways. So I wanted to say thanks, and then Uncle, by all means, do what you want to do with the last of it.
That's same what Chuck said, and have our show gun. There's our show.
See you next time.
See you next time. Boom boom. Next week.